Hey guys, so the Premier League is exactly 1 month and a day away. There's been a few rule changes, so I'm here to get you up to speed and ready for the new season. Welcome to the Sports Debate.
Here he is again. That's astonishing. It's absolutely world. He's taken the part.
So, of course, the biggest change of rule in this season's Premier League is the introduction of VAR. It stands for Video Assistant Referee, which you've probably already seen in action in the World Cup last year. Whether you agree with it or not, it seems to be here to stay, with it already being used in the top European leagues, including Spain, Germany, Italy, and France. Now, to put it simply, VAR is there to help the on-field referees with clear and obvious mistakes. Now, I didn't realise a toenail offside was a clear and obvious error, but who am I to say anything? I'm just a small-scale YouTuber who gets excited with 100 views. Now, what can VAR be used for in the Premier League, you ask? Well, it's there to be used for whether a goal should be given or not, penalty decisions, straight red cards, and also in cases of mistaken identity. It cannot be used in cases of second yellow cards. It is important to remember that for contentious decisions, the on-field referee still has the final say. The Premier League has said they plan to use the VAR system sparingly, with things like the goalkeeper being on their lines when facing penalties to be left with the on-field referees. Messages and graphics of when VAR is in play will be shown on big screens around the stadium and to television viewers. They will also be displaying exactly what it's being used for. For example, red card check or penalty check will be on the big screens. At the two Premier League grounds, which do not have screens, Anfield and Old Trafford, announcements will be made via the scoreboard and the PA system. Handballs. Now moving on, the ruling for handballs has been amended in an attempt to clarify this rather grey area in football a bit more clearly. Any goal scored or created through accidental handballs will not be counted starting from next season. The new rule also stipulates that having the hand or arm above shoulder height is rarely a natural position and the player is taking a risk by having it in said position. Personally, I think there'll always be a difference of opinion when it comes to handballs, even amongst referees, so I expect the controversies surrounding this topic to continue. Free kicks. It is a common thing to see during free kicks where the attacking team players join the opposition's wall, causing some mayhem. They'll either push the defenders apart, jump away from the ball once the free kick is taken to create additional gaps for the free kick taker to gain an advantage. The rules on this has now been changed as it is seen to be against the spirit of the game. If the defensive wall includes 3 or more players, then the attacking team players are not allowed within a yard of the ball. Personally, I quite enjoyed watching the madness and chaos in the walls leading up to free kicks, but I can understand why they have done this. Substitutions. A player who is being substituted must leave the field by the nearest point on the touchline now. Previously, players would waste time by slowly walking towards the halfway line. I fully agree with this new rule, as honestly, in the past I've seen players leave so slowly they could be competing with the waiting times at my local hospital. Goal celebrations. Now, this has been a rule that's been here for a while, but of course yellow and red cards can be given for illegal celebrations, such as removing the shirt or jumping into the crowd. However, with VAR now also involved, these cards can still be given even if the goal is disallowed via a VAR check. Goal kicks. Under the old rules, after a goal kick was taken, the ball would be considered dead until it left the penalty area. However, now, the ball is in play from the moment it is touched and it can be played before leaving the 18-yard box. The change creates a faster and more dynamic restart to the game, according to the International Football Association Board, and stops the tactic of wasting time when the defender deliberately plays the ball before it leaves the penalty area, knowing that the goal kick will be retaken. I personally think this was much needed, having witnessed defenders deliberately wasting time, David Luiz, by taking a touch before the ball has left the box. Drop balls. In recent times, we've not seen drop balls contested like before. Normally the ball is returned from the opposition back to the team who had previously had possession of the ball. However, now they've completely abandoned the drop ball system, with the last team to touch the ball retaining the possession. If the game is stopped when the ball is in the penalty area, play will resume with the goalkeeper. Officials. A team official on the touchlines guilty of misconduct will now be shown yellow or red cards. If the offender cannot be identified, the senior coach who is in the technical area at the time will be penalised instead. If you would like to read up further on the new changes coming to the 2019-2020 Premier League season, I'll be leaving a link in the description below. So I hope you found that informative and you're now up to date for the upcoming Premier League season. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Thank you very much.
Game, set, and match. Game, set, and